I tell you what, I'm so cranky. Lately I've been so cranky. Like as I get older, it's so cranky. It's like I can't even imagine what a miserable fuckhead I'm gonna be in like 20 years. It's like as you get older, your body's killing you. You fucking, my back is fucked up. And it's like people say shit to you when you're a young kid, and you let it roll right off your back. You're like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But as you get older, you're like, no, fuck that. Which I don't know if is a good thing or a bad thing. So anyway, I go to this garage sale. It's 8:40 fucking 7. I pull up. The garage sale's at 9 o'clock. The garage sale's in the yard. Like usually it's in the driveway. It's in the yard. So I get out of the truck. I start walking up the driveway. This guy spots me out of the corner of his eye. Scurries up, slams the gate. Doesn't even look at me after that. Slams the gate on me like this. And so I said, oh, am I early? He goes, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and walks away. So I say to him, I just want to know, you have any video games? And his wife, who's in the background, she's like, yeah, we have video games. And he's like, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, scumbag, I'll play you a game. Here I am. Now I got 10 minutes to burn. Hop in the truck. I go down to the Wellwood docks over there. You know, I figured, you know, let me relax a little bit. I'll watch the water. The Wellwood docks bring back nice memories for me. Me and my friend Phil, we used to go crabbing down there. You know, things have changed so much. We used to go down there. We'd go down there with 15 crab traps, throw them in the water. We used to go down there at 5 o'clock in the morning. Summertime. Throw the crab traps in, turn on the radio, listen to Howard Stern. It was great. Then all of a sudden they got this fucking fun police officer that comes over. Guys, only 2 traps per person. And then he reaches into your bucket, he's measuring your crabs, he's throwing them back. We never used to take females, but if there was females in there, he'd throw them back. It's like, hey, fucking nerd, what are you doing? I felt like throwing him in the fucking water. Anyhow. That's the kind of stuff, you know, when you're a kid. So anyway, boy, I tell you what, one time we pulled up a spider crab. I don't know if you guys ever seen a spider crab before. We pull up we have a crab trap. It's probably like 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet squared. Phil's pulling it out of the water. There's a spider crab in there. Now, if you've ever seen a spider crab before, I think they call them rock crabs too. It looks like some kind of prehistoric dinosaur. It's horrendous. It's got barnacles all over its shell. He pulls it up. It's completely engulfing the whole, not engulfing, it's inside. It's completely absorbing every inch of volume inside of the cage. It looks absolutely horrendous. We wouldn't go near it. We cut the line, and I think we just threw the cage back in the water with a stick. I'm like, I'm not taking the chance that we put the rope down, the doors fly open, and this fucking thing comes at you. I mean, I think an instant shit would fall out into my pants. I don't like anything with an exoskeleton. It's like horseshoe crabs. I don't know where you guys live, but here in Long Island, you can go to the beach, and every once in a while you find a horseshoe crab, and you want to jump out of your skin. These things are basically, imagine the face hugger from Alien with a shell on it, and this long pointy spear hanging out of the back. It looks like something the military built. And you would go, and my father would go and he would flip it over, and you know, it had this smooth, shiny shell and this big pinch. It's like a spear on the back. They were harmless. He'd flip it over, and you'd see underneath. You'd see this. You'd see like all these legs and like just like not even tendons, but shifting like pieces of exoskeleton. Oh God, fucking horrendous. And then once in a while you'd go wading into the water and you'd step on one of these fuckers and you'd just like, it would traumatize you. Anyhow, where were we? Oh yeah, so one time we pull up the crab traps. This is back when we were throwing like 15 to 20 crab traps. We'd have, my friend had a paper route we used to do together. We had 2 shopping carts. We had them filled with crab traps. It looked like the Downeaster Alexa was going down Wellwood Avenue. We go down there, we chuck these crab traps in, we'd be down there the whole fucking morning. By the time we were done, we had like 3 buckets, 3 5-gallon buckets crawling with crabs. So anyway, we loaded back into the shopping cart, and I remember on the way home, I don't know who was towing the shopping cart, whether it was me or Phil. We go up this curb, and the fucking shopping cart goes over. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it had to be 75 to 100 crabs, all like this, all over the road. And I'm like, listen, Phil, you're on your own with this. I don't touch crabs. You know, I'll shake them out of the trap into the bucket. I don't go near these fuckers. These things are ready for battle. They got pincers in the air. So you see 75 crabs on the floor. They just took the spill of their life. They got pincers in the air and they're pissed. I was like, good luck with that one, Phil. You should have saw Phil. If you could see Phil running around the street, if I had video of it, I'd put it to the Benny Hill theme music. You're talking about 1 million hits on YouTube. So anyway, so I blow off a little steam down at the dock. I come back, and what's happened to me so many times is somebody says, yeah, come back. And then I come back and somebody's already there. And usually I'm very calm about that kind of thing. I said, if that happens today, I'm going to blow my top on this son of a bitch. I've had it. So anyway, I go back to the sale, and I walk in. Now, they're not even ready yet. They're scurrying in and out. So the lady sees me, and she says, the lady was a sweetheart. She goes, you're the one for the video games? She goes, I'll go get them for you. So she goes in the house. She brings out this huge fucking box of video games. It's like, she sits down on the table, and then she goes back into the house, because she's still bringing stuff out. It's about 50 to 60 PS2 games, and probably about 10 to 12 PS1 games. So I look at the box, and I say to the guy, I say, how much you want for a game? $3 a game, $3 a game. This guy was like the guy from Goodfellas. I gotta go get the papers. He was saying everything twice. Anyway, he's giving me this attitude like he's had it with me already. So I said, okay, how about if I want to buy the whole box? He goes, $3 a piece, $3 a piece. I said, all right. So I said, all right, motherfucker, you want to play games? So I go through this box, and I cherry pick the box. I pull out anything that's any fucking good. The rest of the shit is all garbage. So I was like, take that, motherfucker. Try selling that box of bullshit now. So anyway, now he goes in the house, and she's back out. So I go up to her with my stack of games here, and I'm like, excuse me, would you take $20 for this? And she didn't hear the whole $3 spiel, so she was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I was like, thank you. And as I'm walking out of the driveway, I could distinctly hear myself say, fuck you. Anyhow, let's get into these games, huh? Nothing really too crazy here. I have to admit, I might have been exaggerating a little bit. I did walk away from some pretty nice stuff in that box, but you know what, to hell with this guy. Anyhow, Twisted Metal 4. I found, since we started this game program in January 2nd, 2011, by the way, we found Twisted Metal games all along. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I picked up a Twisted Metal game. And I always said to myself, I want to try them out. I want to see what it's all about. Hell, they made 4 of them. No, they made 5, right? They made Twisted Metal Black. So I said, there's got to be something to these games. I'd love to try them. I just never got the chance. Here we go. My fucking battery's going dead. Hang on. Here we go. I just never got the chance to ever try them. So, you know, here we go. We got the Twisted Metal games again. I don't even have a PlayStation now, so there goes that opportunity, right? Twisted Metal 3. Anyhow, they look like a lot of fun. To me, it looks like Super Mario Kart Battle Mode on steroids. Some type of, like, arena. I don't know. Never played them. They look great, though. And, Twisted Metal 2 and Twisted Metal Black. The only one that was missing was the first Twisted Metal, so I thought that was pretty neat. Here we go. Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation. You know, cracked plastic there, but we could fix that. Other than that, games are in pretty decent shape. You know what I always wanted to talk about? Not many people talk about Metal Gear for the NES. What's up with that? I don't know. One of these days, I'd love to do a playthrough. Listen, there's a lot of games I'd like to do a playthrough of. Metal Gear is one of those games. Let me adjust my plug again, because all right. Okay, here we go. Onimusha Warlords. I don't know about this game. I see Capcom, and I just buy it. I never tried it before. I'd love to try it. Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny. Again, same deal. Here's a pretty neat one. It's Dragon Quest 8 with the Final Fantasy 12 playable demo. I thought that was pretty cool. Here's an interesting game that I've never played. You know, this PlayStation 2 it's a pretty kick-ass little game system. I don't know. I gotta get into this more. PlayStation 2 games are dirt cheap. You can go on eBay and find a lot of, like an amazing lot of PlayStation 2 games for next to nothing. Really, I mean, now's the time. If you want PlayStation 2 stuff, now's the time. Anyway, Eco. I don't know. I watched Pete Dorr talk about this game. I think he's got like Eco pillow covers and bed sheets too. The guy's got everything you could possibly imagine about Eco. I always wanted to try it. Really neat looking game. And then next to that we have Shadow of the Colossus. Here's another one of these games where I'm so curious about it, but you know, listen guys, don't get married, alright? When you got a wife and you got kids, it's like life comes to a grinding halt. I have one kid. I can't even imagine. Some of these guys got 3, 4 kids. I know a guy with 3 kids. He told me, he went to the park the other day. I could barely load my kid into the fucking car seat. And he's got to load 3 kids into the car seat, then out of the car seat, then back into the car seat, then back out of the car seat. I need a fucking nap just thinking about it. Alright, here we go. Oh, we got a game for the GameCube here. Star Fox Adventures. I don't know. I've never really been a Star Fox guy. I remember when we played it for the Super Nintendo. Listen, it was a big to-do when it came out for the Super Nintendo. And I remember we rented it from the game store, me and my buddy Phil. And we played it, and I don't know, it just never really stuck with us. I guess we played it and enjoyed it. The graphics for the time were absolutely, it was unreal. It was really a 3D experience. And I think we were well aware that it had an FX chip in it. I mean, you know, we were video game magazine readers. So, you know, we were all about megs. How many megs in a game? Because Sega Genesis was always pumping that out. You'd have, you know, if it didn't have 8 megs, don't even talk to me. And then the games were coming out, they had 16 megs or 20-something megs. It was like, Jesus Christ, what's going on? What are they doing? How is this possible? We spent all this time with just games that were 8 megs. What made it possible to have 24 and up megs for your Sega Genesis? Oh God, that was so exciting. You'd open up the game magazine and says, "Oh my God, it's 24 megs." I mean, 8 times 3, that's 3 times as much, power. Intense stuff to think about. And while we're here, yeah, an Xbox game was in there. Genma Onimusha. Again, another Capcom game. So that's it. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know. 11 games for $20. That's it. Hey, listen, I'm Bithead1000. You just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. And you better believe that. And I'll see you next time.